In this video, we're going to go through using the Architecture Mediaflux Data Mover to get your MCFP data from an instrument PC onto your local device via an email link. So to open the Architecture Data Mover, look for this icon here that looks like an orange A. It will typically either be in the taskbar on the desktop, or you can find it, of course, in the Start menu under the Architecture folder and then Mediaflux Data Mover. Of course, what you can do is search within the Start menu to find the Data Mover by using the search term Data Mover. Open up the Data Mover and you'll receive this new interface, and the button you want to click on is this Add New button here. This will bring up another interface with 4 fields that you need to complete. The first 2 fields are keywords, and the first field is simply your name. Now note that if you put in white space, such as a space here, it will throw up an error to say that it cannot have a white space. So either remove the space from your name or use a character such as an underscore, for example. Keywords are then keywords about the data set itself. And so typically the first keyword that you probably should put in would be the instrument that you are using. So we will be uploading data from our Raman spectrometer. So the first keyword I'm going to use is Raman. Here it could be SEM or cytometer, etc., etc. Then to separate keywords, use a comma. And the other keywords I'm going to use are going to describe the samples that were analyzed in the data set itself. So this is lead white and titanium. Now you notice you can use white space in here. That is okay for these keywords. The next field is your email address. So go ahead and type in your email address. This is the address that your download link is going to be sent to. So ensure that you've correctly spelled your email address. There are no errors in there. If you do make a mistake that you don't realize and you upload the data, don't worry, we can still recover your data and get the link to you, because we receive all upload notifications to the MCFP shared email address as well. So if you do make a mistake, we can still recover that link for you. And finally, the last field is the directory where your data is actually located on the PC. So you have 2 buttons here to select from. Directory will upload a folder, whereas file will upload an individual data file itself. So I'm going to select directory. And then this is the Raman instrument. So I'm going to the Renishaw data folder here. I find my data folder. And then this is the data folder that I'm going to upload that contains the data sets that I want to share. So I click select that folder, and you can see this is now the directory that is going to upload. It tells me that it is one directory containing 2 files of about 520 kilobytes. Click the upload button, and you'll get a short notification to say that it is doing it. For large data files, that might take a little time. These were very, very small files, so it happened very quickly. If you miss that, or if you want to double check that there were no errors, you can then come across to the completed tab here, and it will show you data files that have been uploaded recently. So this is the most recent one that we've done here. So we've uploaded 519 kilobytes of the 519 kilobytes to the Mediaflux storage there. So what this will do is it uploads it to the storage, and then it will email you a link to download that onto your local PC. So we'll go through that now. This is the email that you receive from the system to deliver the download links for the data that you've just uploaded into the system. If you don't receive one of these emails into your email inbox, check the junk folder or check Mimecast to see whether or not it's been captured, and add the appropriate email address to whitelist those emails so that they do get through in the future. But there are basically 2 different links here for you to use. And the one we are going to highlight is this top one here. This is quite simply using the data mover on your local PC to download the data that you've just uploaded. The bottom link, don't worry about that just for now. This will be a future implementation that will allow you to take the data from the MCFP storage and shift it into your own Mediaflux project once that sort of a capability is rolled out. But what we are interested in here is this link at the top where it says to download the data using Mediaflux Data Mover, click the URL below. So I'm going to click that link and it is going to open up this new page in my browser, and it asks me to download the Mediaflux Data Mover. Now, so if you don't have the Data Mover on your PC, it will download that for you, and then you can run that, install it, and then click there to launch it. And then it will download your data using the Mediaflux Data Mover. However, I already have the Data Mover installed on my local PC. So this is what popped up on the other screen. And this is what you will see once you've downloaded the Data Mover. So basically this dialog is telling me we're going to download 3 files of about 520 kilobytes. And it's going to say, this is where I'm going to download it to. So you can change this directory. This is a directory on your local machine. So if you want to change that, you can go ahead and change that. I'm going to, for example, change it to this drive here. And then I'm going to add a new folder called ramen, and I'm going to select that as the directory that I'm going to download my data to. Then go ahead and click download. You will have seen a very, very short task appeared there where it was downloading it. But again, you can go to the completed tab to see what's happened here. And so this is a download link to say that it has now downloaded these files to this directory. You can then close the Data Mover. If I minimize this and minimize that, I'm going to go ahead and open up that folder where that data were downloaded to, those data were downloaded to, so the ramen folder. And then you can see here that this is the folder that has been downloaded from the Data Mover. Open that up. Inside are the 2 ramen files that I uploaded into the storage. Along with it comes also this manifest file. And the manifest file is really a log of what was uploaded, but this manifest is what is used by the server to search for things. So this contains all the information about those data files. And in particular, you can see on these 2 lines here, we've got my name as one of the keywords, and then these 3 keywords here, ramen, lead white, and titania as the keywords. So this manifest file is what's used by the system to search for data sets when we need to find them later on. You don't necessarily need to keep this on your local machine. Feel free to delete this file, but it will always stay with your data sets in the system. That concludes everything about the Data Mover for today. We hope that you find this to be a far more efficient way of getting your data from MCFP computers onto your local machine.